Hello one and all, this is Hybridsteel. Thank you very much for joining me in today's Hydroneer video. Today we're going to be talking about gems, and do they really matter if you were to get loads and loads of gems, and does the cost change at all per gem? So I took a little time to basically get as many as I could. I've sort of got a few little gaps here where, like the 101 coin one, I'm missing one over there, and I'm missing one of the 4.04 ones. So there's always been this thing that do gems really matter when it comes to the price of things. Now, as you can see, like from 99 Hydro coins to 100 Hydro coins is actually the same weight. So what I've come to a conclusion is when it comes to sort of like the 4-point weight and then the 4.1 weight and the 4.2 weight and the 4.3 weight, is that each one of these is actually worth the same, but the weight is different. And it seems to be that for every sort of like one currency, so for like 100 or 101, 102, within those 100 to 101, there's 4 separations of currency. So as you can see, this one 4.04, 100, 4.03, 100, 4.02, 100, and then 4.01, 100. And then that breaks down to the 4, and that's 100 again. So you get 5 variations of the actual cost. And then that works in every single category of every single like number. So if I had 101, I'd probably get a 101 4.01, and then 4.02, 4.03, 4.04, and so on. So this is literally how the gems are all sort of like piled up. And it took me a little while to get all this. So I was literally running 6 Goliath drills, and I've just been churning so much stuff out just to be able to get this little collection together. So sort of price does matter when it comes to actually the weight of the gem. So as you can see, I mean, we could probably get a 90, a 99, and that would be like a 4, or we could get a 98, and that would be a 4 as well. Or it works in the decimal system. So you do have to be a little bit aware when it comes to how much your gem is worth, and then this number below it. So like up here, this one is 100 coin, and that one is going to be 4.04. Now I didn't find a 4.05, so I'm going to assume we only get 5 variations of cost. So from 4 to 4.1 to 4.2 to 4.3 to 4.4, and then the next one would be like 101 4.1, and so on. Now the other question is, does it make a difference? Let me just turn the time off because it seems to be disappearing. So the other thing is, does it make a difference per gem of like each one's cost? So what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to take a row. We'll take the 4.01 row and we'll turn these into Mr. T necklaces, and we'll see the difference in the actual necklace itself. So let me just duplicate up a couple of these. I need 6 in all. So we're going to take that one. Each one of these bars is worth 10 grand. And they're 500 weight. I cut this evenly with the table saw, so I measured it out first, so we get an even score of like each one. So as I'm duplicating these are all exactly the same weight and exactly the same thing. So that's I just spawned a big giant brick, and so that's how I'm going to have to do this experiment, and that's literally how it has to be done. We'll do it on the 100 course because we've got 3 of those. If it makes a blind bit of difference, if the gem itself causes a difference in price, okay? It probably won't, but I would love to see the actual difference. Now, there has been some speculation that some people have had a difference, some people haven't, and I think when it comes to this, I think it comes down to the actual variant of the gem itself. Like I said, I mean, we're running on you got 100 coins, that one's worth £4. Then that one's worth a 4.01, so maybe this little weight here actually gives that gem a little bit more value over this one because of the weight of the actual gem, not the actual cost of the gem. So we can only see. So let me just put these down. So if this is a set price at 1004, so the gold is doubled in value because obviously we put 1,000 grams worth of gold, and it's the gem, as well. So if I was to make one out of this one, it would probably be 1004.01. So it's all these little different variations that you can be getting in your gems as well. I know this is a really boring subject, but it's one of those that's actually some people have been asking this question: do gems really make a difference in size? And I think this is literally the only even way that we can actually even it out. So yeah, these are the same price. So it actually doesn't matter. And what we'll do is, we know that this is all going to be making the same amount. So we're going to want, if we take the ruby, so this one is the 4.04 one. We'll just see if this makes any if this makes any different money. If it makes a different amount of money, then it does come down to what size variant your gem is. This is something that's sort of like, this is racking my brains now, because I laid it all down. I'm going to do something a little bit different here, but it definitely comes down to the size of the gem in what you're actually building. So here we go. Okay, so the 4.0, the 40 one was worth 28,112 at 1,004. If we put this here, it's the same price but a different weight. So gem size doesn't matter at all. Gem cost matters. So you're not going to make any more money if your gem is like 0.3 or 0.2 or 0.4. It's going to be the same amount of money. The only way that you're going to make any money extra from these is obviously if the gold that you're using is worth a ton, and if the gemstone itself is worth more than what you've got. I think the highest gem that I was able to pull out was like 103. But some people are going to have higher than that, but that's just the way this game goes. The idea was to show you that gem size, gem color doesn't make a blind bit of difference when it comes to the cost. Like I said, this gem up here was worth a little bit more than that one down there. We could do an experiment with this one. This one's worth 101, so we might get a little bit of a bit of difference when it comes to the actual cost of the necklace itself. So I'll just see if it makes any massive difference. So this gem is worth one penny more than those necklaces on the rack that I've already done. So we'll heat these up now. I just pulled my furnace apart. That doesn't help. Okay, and boom. Okay, so with an extra penny, how much is this worth? And it's worth the extra penny. That's literally the only difference. So the difference in price is literally how much gold you're putting into it. When it comes to the gemstone, if it's exactly the same cost as an emerald or a ruby or a sapphire, the only reason it's going to be worth more is if the actual value of that stone is worth more, not the weight itself. Okay, so answers that's pretty much that's the full experiment. It's literally does gem size make a blind bit of difference? The size matters, but it comes down to the cost of the gemstone. So if you're going to build something that's worth, like if you've got a gem that's worth 115 and you put it into a 10 grand necklace, you're looking at 28,110. So it'll only add on the amount of money that gem is actually worth. So there you go, answers finished. Now you don't have to, go researching. Literally the only thing that really bumps your value is how much gold you're putting into your jewelry and how much iron you're putting into your swords and weaponry. I hope this has helped you guys sort of understand the gemstones and how they work and how they react. Literally in front of you, as I've said, you've got all these gems are worth 100 per piece. The only difference is the weight, and it makes no difference. It only makes a difference when the gem is worth more, not the weight of the gem itself. Okay, so thank you very much for joining me. This has been Hybridsteel. If you have enjoyed this video, let me know in the comment section below. Love to hear your thoughts. If you want to help with this channel now, you can now become a channel member, which means you pay this channel a couple of £2 a month, and then from there it basically goes into paying for more games and keeping the computer running and so on and so forth. It also helps for like upgrading videos and streams and so on and so forth. If you want to buy a Hybridsteel t-shirt, down in the description box below, you can now pick one of those up, and they're designed by me, not by anybody else, and I make literally very little on them, let's put it that way. They're mainly there for the people who really want one. And if you just want to support the channel, just hit the like button and hit the comment button, and if you really want to show your support, don't forget to subscribe. Until my next video, guys, thank you very much for joining me. Peace out, have fun, and enjoy everything you guys do. And I hope this has answered that all-time question: do gem sizes really matter when it comes to making jewellery? Bye bye for now.